Hi, I'm Ron, the architect of Briqs. We are going to show the basic concepts of how to design a website in Briqs in the next minutes. So let's start with this empty project. Grid management and handling is an integral part of Briqs. In fact, it is so transparent that there isn't even an own component for this purpose. Just drag elements alongside each other, and Briqs is managing the creation and modification of columns and rows for you. As soon as there are at least two elements next to each other, we get this grid inspector here and can modify the column span and the offset of our selection. But let's turn back to an equal distribution and add some more components to our design. In order to center our images in their respective column, we are wrapping them in generic containers, divs. Here on the top, directly above the editing canvas, we have our selection path control. With this tool we can not only see wherein our selection is laying, but also change the selection. Like that we can easily visualize and select all the components of a layout. The shortcut for wrapping a component in a generic container is Command G. Briqs comes with a very handy dummy text creation feature. And the capability of copying and pasting styles from one component to another. Just like that. The amount of dummy text we control with equal ease in Briqs. Let's refine the body text's font styling a bit too. Easy as that. And because we want to achieve a responsive layout, we are using margins and paddings for creating white space. Now that we know about the integral grid management of Briqs, we can continue refining our layout. Every page needs a headline for presenting a nice slogan. Once again, we use margins and paddings for creating white space. Now our goal is a nice background that spans the whole upper part of our page, for emphasizing our slogan with a nicely tempered image. For that we split the lower part of our design from the upper part. Like that we got two layout containers, number 2 and number 1. If we are making number 1 fluid with a non-fluid inner container, we get the same behavior like the rest of our page. This layout container is perfect for holding our background image. Let's add some more white space very fast and turn to our background. First, we are adding a bit of grain for the analog photography look. In a second background layer, we add the actual picture. Let's center this one and make it adjust to the height of the component. And change the font color of our slogan. As you can see, everything in Briqs is web true and live. But one important thing is missing in our design, the navigation bar. We are adding one, and what we see is the padding of our layout container that is pushing our navigation bar down. That's easily fixed. Now we want it to integrate better with our nice background image. So we simply turn it transparent. Collapsing items are the ones that hide behind the menu button on smaller devices. We don't plan to have so many of them. All of our navigation items can be visible. Let's say we have 3 of them. Our branding is a bit short in words and a bit too grey for our background. So let's color it white. remove the text shadow. Shadows are out currently. And as we recognize it, we don't need the border for our navigation bar either. Let's copy paste our styles here as a time saver. Don't you think this is visual web design like it should be? Components that grow and shrink according to their content and device size. Briqs is web true. So let's write this one a bit bigger. And give it some more space. And as we recognize it, let's remove the navigation bar's box shadow. Shadows are uncool currently. Let's add a logo. Every good brand needs a logo. A bit smaller for high phone and tablet resolutions and some other refinements of its positioning. Margins and paddings once again. But there's more we can do. Let's add a nice custom font for our branding too. For this purpose, we open our Web Fonts Manager directly from the font family drop-down. And because it's easy and fast to choose and change later on, let's just take the first that comes along. We only need the bold italic variant, and we update our project with a custom font from Google's free Web Fonts library. Let's apply what we got. It's easy, fast and comfortable as that. And Briqs can do more, helping you to adjust your design to different device sizes, for example. Briqs editing canvas is no approximation of what you'll get. It's simply a splendidly extended WebKit engine and means of editing web content. As we see, most things scale down quite well already. But there are a few issues we have to adjust. First of all, we select the device size from which one down we want to have our refinements applied. In our case, it's this one, landscape phone to portrait tablet. We apply 2 negative margins to the upper layout container to bridge those gaps at the side. Easy and fast as that. And as you can see, those adjustments apply to all device sizes from this one down. Let's add a bit more white space here and there, margins and paddings once again. The space to the bottom of our page we add as a padding on the second layout container. There we are. We've got a fully responsive web page. But let's do one more thing. Because the web is living from links between pages, we want to demonstrate that and paste a second page from another project in here. There it is. For establishing a link, simply select a component and use our linking control in the upper right of our project window. When clicking on the leftmost icon, we can change the type of link we want to apply. In our case, we stay with linking to another page in our project. Clicking in the drop-down side of the linking control presents us with a list of all the pages in our project. We only need to choose one and our link is applied. Easy as that. A short test run works perfectly. Ready to export our design. HTML production is correct, and we are exporting into a folder named example HTML export. There we are. This is our complete exported project. Running perfectly responsive. But there's another handy export feature. If you don't want to give away fully functional code directly, for design approval for example, you can export your project as rendered images. Choose which device size you want to have rendered, then export. Calling it example image export this time. And there we are. We've got all our pages rendered once per device size, ready for approval. Thank you for your time. If you are interested in Briqs, our first public release is currently waiting for approval. Follow us on Twitter if you want to know when Briqs is available in the Mac App Store. Have a nice day. Thank you for watching.